Welcome back to the journey of grief, becoming us without them. This journal entry is called, Where Are the Scissors? Do you remember searching your house looking for scissors, knowing full well that you left them in a safe place and there were plenty of pairs and not being able to find one? I remember that as a girl, listening to my mother rant as she wandered through the house looking for scissors. I remember that the penalty for using her sewing scissors for anything besides sewing was very severe. But fortunately, there were 4 of us, and so nobody ever confessed to anything unless they had proof, so it was hard to pin it on somebody. That was the same thing in my house. No matter how hard I tried, stashing my favorite scissors somewhere, somebody always found them and either carried them off or used them for something that reduced them to not exactly being scissors anymore. When my youngest son was in preschool, one of the moms gave me a really cool idea. Every year for Christmas, she would put a pair of scissors in their Christmas stockings. She assumed this would mean that there would be scissors everywhere and she would always be able to find hers. That actually didn't work, but it was worth a try. She also assumed that when they moved out, she would find leftover scissors all over the place. But again, they either took them with them, threw them away, waiting for new scissors, or gave them away to their friends, because she didn't find a single pair when they left. And that was true in my house as well. I could never find my scissors, and when they left, I couldn't find any of theirs. That was not true for Butch. When he died, I found potentially every pair of scissors I had ever given him, and yet he still used mine. And I found them everywhere. I found them in the top drawer of his dresser, on a pile of cheesy cards I had given him over the years. I found him in his shop. I found him in his truck in the glove compartment, in the console. I found him in the camping gear. I found him everywhere. And along with that, I found all of his cool gadgets, things I had given him over the years in his Christmas stocking and for birthdays and Father's Day. And I remembered him opening them and enjoying them or laughing at them and wondering what they were. Every single pair of scissors and every single gadget invited more tears. I was the proud owner of 20 pairs of Butch's scissors, in addition to my own. They never move, not one single inch. They're always where I left them, even the sewing scissors. And I would give anything if my scissors would be missing, because that would mean that my best friend was back, and that I had my life back, and I would never care about the scissors, the wet towels, or the household items that disappeared into the shop in the car again. Becoming us without them includes lots of these wounds, both big and small. They're like little paper cuts. There's no blood, there's no stitches, there's no lacerations, just small, constant jabs, previously undetected, but when bumped, they cause intense pain. And so, you may find yourself complaining that you can't find your scissors. But my advice is, be careful what you wish for. Because if you're saying, I wish just one time the scissors would be right where they belong, someday that's going to happen. And it's not going to be a good thing.